Sweet. What's up, Akhilesh? How are you?
Hi guys, how are you guys doing? I'm doing wonderful.
Love the
Great,
energy,
man.
man. The energy. You seem more energetic than me right now.
Thanks, yeah.
No,
That's just how
like,
things have been for me right now.
Anji,
That's just how things have been for me, nowadays. It's like really good.
I can see
Awesome,
you
man.
smile, bro. I can see you smile. Like I said, I've not seen that in a while. It's
Okay,
like a, it's
okay,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
10,000 weight lifted off your shoulders. You see, you look like that right now.
Uh,
Head basically. Yeah. It's
Sweet, man.
awesome. It's awesome. Yep.
So that's what we want to talk about, man. I know that this has been an interesting journey for you in sales and stuff, and we worked together. And you also met Shashank, and you worked with the team and stuff. So just want to get your honest take on us. This is basically for also people who would want to understand the value of working with us and how we've been able to help a lot of people. So just wanted to understand, like before working with Shashank and me, and I think we started back in November. I think I was in Chandigarh at the time.
Yes, yes,
What was like your
yes.
biggest challenge in sales before you worked with us?
For me, the biggest challenge in sales was actually, I would say not knowing like what systems actually exist in sales. You read about sales, you, I don't know, watch videos, go through courses, you get an idea of stuff, but when you actually get into it, the systems change a little bit. There are nuances to it. There are scenarios and stuff like that. And you need somebody to actually guide you in the process. So you cannot do it. I mean, you could do it alone, but I would say it's much more easier to actually learn from somebody who has done it over and over again, in the past few
When you
years.
tried, did it doing yourself, when you tried to do it yourself compared to like when you decided to sign up? And I remember your message, ki, okay, Shaurya, I need help.
Yep.
I'm sure it was not one day you woke up and you realized, ki, chalo, I need help. What was that moment of decision where you were like, okay, I don't want to do it by myself. I need help right now. What changed for you, Tabi?
Uh, it's you basically, Shahrukh. Like we had a network for like a few months before, prior to when we actually decided on, getting into the training and stuff like that. But it's like basically you, like who you are. And right at that moment, I didn't know Shashank personally. But before that, Shaurya, I knew him. So I knew that he worked with UAbility and he has generated like a lot of results consistently. Then I met with Shashank, then I knew about him. And apart from all the stories and stuff, it's like the personal experience that actually matters the most. Stories can be, anything. So,
for sure.
in the personal experience part, I would say, what changed for me is the ability to not depend on people, just not depend on people. And hardcore sales people like you guys can actually give that confidence. You don't need anybody's.
Mm.
So that is one of the topmost things that I learned from you, Shaurya. And when it comes to Shashank, I would say, Shaurya is like more like a pusher. Like you say, you tell him anything, he will like handle that objection and he'll like tell, you do this. He'll like push you anyway. So you better go
I'm
after
surprised
thinking
he last.
twice.
I'm surprised he didn't leave the program in between because I was very tough on him in between, like very tough.
I
I
know.
remember.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have like, clear cut goal that you want something, then just like Shaurya as your guy to push you whenever you feel
Mm.
bad. For
Yeah.
Shashank, my experience is basically, you are that morning person who will like talk to you, do some stuff, and uh, like tell you ki, like this is what you need to do, and like let's work on this today, and like it's like a pleasant experience. It's like more there's like a balance between you guys. You
Calling
are
me
like the more
unpleasant, bro.
hardcore.
Calling me
Shaurya
unpleasant.
is the bad cop. I'm the good cop.
No, no, no. What I would say is like there's like this. You cannot always be pleasant.
Mm.
You need to feel uncomfortable as well as comfortable at the same time. There should be a balance.
Right.
So
Sweet.
Shaurya provides with the uncomfortability
Mm.
with growth. Shashank provides with the comfortability and growth. So it's kind of balanced. That's how my experience has been so far, and I would say it's a perfect balance for people in sales.
Sweet, man. That was pretty precise, I would
Perfect
say,
example.
to the point.
Yep,
Uh,
yep.
just another question in my mind. Like, after working with me and Shaurya, after attending all the trainings and all, what specific skills or strategies have you learned when it comes to closing that you have started implementing in your calls and sales?
I would say you know the specific strategies would be don't overcomplicate shit at any point. That is one main thing. You don't have to overcomplicate. You will feel like overcomplicate,
Mm.
but don't go for it. Maybe talk with these guys. maybe talk with Shaurya, maybe talk with Shashank. Hey, I feel like doing this shit like this. Then they will say, no, no, you don't have to do it. That's all. And you can ask why, clarify, ask more questions. So that is one main thing that I have applied is like, okay, for example, let's say I am a guy who wants to get on an offer right now and I don't know what to do. Okay, wait, let's not overcomplicate shit. Like, what is the next thing that I need? Okay, I need an offer. For
Mm.
an offer right now, what's the next thing that I need? So it's like more structured thinking and easy way to process stuff. This is not something that you taught me, but I kind of got from you guys.
Yeah, man.
So that is what I implement right
100% because all things can't be explicit. Some things you'll pick up by your own, learning, and then you'll create your own pathway.
Hmm.
Then you come and tell us, okay, we've done this. So that's how it works.
now.
Sweet, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Perfect. Cool, man. So overall, like, for the viewer listening to this, Akhilesh, like, what would you say would be your top three takeaways in the last couple of months that we have been together? Like, what kind of value, top value that you have learned from us? What would be that?
First value I would say is like the amount of importance you guys give to practice and practice not by definition doing it on your own. No, doing it on calls. That's real life feedback. That is something that actually I feel like is a key takeaway. That yeah, you can practice all day and night, but until you do it in the real world, you're not going to get the real feedback. That's one thing. Second thing is actually, that nuance thing I told you, like what are the nuances that are not helping you get the same? So it could be tonality, it could be asking a wrong question, and the ability to distinguish between that. That's one of a second takeaway, I would say.
Hmm.
And the third thing I would say is that it's like, I don't know, this might suit for somebody, but I would say it's like a more like killer instinct being awakened inside you. Okay, let's do this.
Hmm.
Let's do this. There no objections for yourself. No questions asked. Like, let's do this. Clear why, go on. So these are the key takeaways. Apart from sales, if you talk about got it's like more mindset for me.
Awesome, man.
So that's what I would say.
Because the intention was to, of course, keep you a part of a community, make you meet the other boys. It's a brotherhood, right? So overall,
Yep.
you feel like you are feeling more confident about sales compared to before, now and before, because you've got now a network of people that you're in touch with and stuff like that, LinkedIn and all that. So, how do you feel about sales overall compared to before?
I would say it's much more easier when people who have cracked it already are in your game. You can just ask them. It's that simple. Like, how to do this, how to tie my shoelace. Oh, I'll just ask my big brother. It's that simple. You going to YouTube and watching 10 videos on it doesn't make any sense.
Great.
And yeah,
Because
perfect.
community did help me like a lot when a community even helps me right now,
Oh,
So that's
Yep,
gonna be like a
yep,
consistent thing for you at every phase of your life and stage
exactly,
and stuff. So
when
yeah,
you're
man,
around like-minded
exactly.
people, of course, that
that's
helps.
always there.
Yes,
So
yes. The
just
community matters a lot.
one last thing to conclude this up, Akhilesh. Let's say if somebody is watching this, they are on the fence and they're not able to decide whether they should work with us, join us, learn from us or not. What would be your recommendation, your piece of advice?
So if you are a person who feels genuinely that no, I need more, you at least have to talk with Shaurya, or this is like for the viewers. Like you talk with Shaurya, you talk with Shashank, and you have an honest conversation with them to see if this works or not. If it doesn't work out, you both of you guys will know, and both of you guys will drift apart. There's no question in that. But if it works out, then you are just shitting yourself inside your mind that no, I won't be able to do it. It's something. It's you're creating your own obsession, I would say. So the recommendation would be if you feel that you need to go a mile further, talk with these guys. Talking, you don't have to literally give like your whole life savings to talk with a few people to see if something works out. So
Exactly.
that's what I would say. That's the only recommendation. Rest of that game you will know and you'll experience on your own.
Sweet man.
Good way to put it, man. I love how clearly you have structured your points as well.
Yeah,
That's sweet, bro.
perfect. This was
Appreciate you,
great.
and that's the thing, bro. Like having a good skill, having a good way you can present yourself to land more offers, and like constantly being a part of a community and amongst people. I think that's all you need to technically grow. It takes a minute. It's not going to happen in 4, 6 months, 1 year. It's going to take longer than a year, even a year and a half. But it doesn't mean that you will not make money in that 1.5 year. You will still make money, but not like, let's say, 10 lakhs. And that's just being real. There's no fluff. So yeah, man,
Yes,
appreciate
yes.
you for doing this. Really appreciate you and thank you. I
Thanks,
think
thanks,
good here.
Akhilesh.
Okay. Okay.
Bye.
Yep.